specific areas of bipartisan cooperation that he's going to focus on, aside from, the debt ceiling?
So there's going to be a range of issues that they're going to discuss. You'll hear from the president afterwards. We'll have a readout of the meeting. You'll probably hear from the speaker if he is going to go to the sticks. You guys can all ask him questions. Don't want to get ahead of a meeting that is probably underway, I believe, and just don't want to get ahead of it. But again, it'll be a range of issues that the president thinks is important to work with Congress on, with the speaker on, but just don't want to get ahead of what is going to be discussed specifically.
Zooming out on the Tyree Nichols funeral today, people both inside the United States and outside are looking at this killing and asking, is the United States a racist society? I'd like to hear your thought on that, and also what the administration is doing beyond just police reform, qualified immunity, those discussions, what the U.S. is doing holistically, what the administration is doing holistically to address that perception.
So at the top of the briefing, you heard me lay out how important this month is because it's Black History Month, and how important it is to see Black Americans and lifting up the contribution of Black Americans, and also understanding that their culture, when you think about Black culture is also American culture. When you think about what they've been able to, what the Black community has been able to contribute to the history of this country, they've been able to contribute in many different sectors of America. And so that's something that's really important that we will continue to lift up. There was a memorandum that was put out by the president. And look, when the president walked into this administration, he said there were 4 crises that we needed to deal with. It is affecting communities across the country, this particular community, the Black community. So he understands there's a lot more work to be done, and we need to call out injustices and continue to do that. While we have a rich history and an important history in this country, there are things that he also believes is important that we talk about and we speak to, and that is the injustices that we have seen in the Black community and other communities as well, historically. So that's why the president has made it a priority in his administration to make sure that it looks like America, to make sure that we see the diversity in this administration throughout different communities. And you see that over and over again when you look at the different agencies, when you look into the White House. And this is historically the most diverse administration in history, and that matters. When we talk about policies, when we're talking about transformational change, when we talk about how do we move forward in a country that is dealing with many issues, that's important to see that and to have that at the federal government. So again, lots more work to be done. The president understands that, he's spoken to that, and we're going to hopefully be able to work towards the healing for this country.